Okay, so for November challenge, we're going to do a single-handed drill. And in this video, I'm doing it as all lefts, all rights, and Adriana and Cowboy are our models for the day. And again, the goal is to walk two perfect 5-foot one-handed circles, and then one-handed to your next barrel, two perfect one-handed circles, 5 feet, one-handed to your next barrel, and then you can post trot, sit jog, 2 circles, post trot, straight, sit jog. And ideally we want to do everything one-handed, stop, and then back up a couple steps, rest, and then go the other way and do it. Once you do it to the left at a walk and a post trot, sit jog, do it to the right, and then you'll do it at a lope as well, like over here. Now, if you don't have room for 3-barrel drill, you may set up 1 barrel and do a big circle, small circle. And again, at a walk trot, keep it 5 feet. When you're loping, it can be as big as 10 feet, but do keep it between the 5 and 10 to keep them bending in the rib cage. If you have room for 2 barrels, you could also do it straight line and then 2 times around, straight line, 2 times around, and then stop, roll back, and go the other way, doing it all one-handed. And if you want to work on, like if you have a horse that you need to leave your barrels tighter, do it as a D pattern if you only have room for 1 barrel. But if you have the room, we're doing it as a 3-barrel drill, or if you like 4 barrels, you can do 4 barrels. But whatever you have space available for, but the goal is one-handed. It will tattle on us if we ride with too much balance rein. And also it prepares us so that if we did go to the horn too early, or the horse was flying and we stayed one-handed to third or something, we could move them with our eyes, body, and legs where we needed. So as you can see here, she is trotting one-handed. I'll back this up. She's trotting one-handed, sit jogging, I should say. And she's using her eyes, her shoulders, hips, and legs to ride that 5-foot circle. Now notice when she leaves right here, his face wants to stand just a tick. Excuse me, but he is light enough. This horse is, geldings can sometimes be lazy and singular minded and be waiting for you to say when, but this gelding's more like a mare. He's more sensitive and thinking and forward. So he has several things, on his mind. So she's able to just use her inside leg and her inside hand and keep him going forward. And that's what we're looking to do. We're looking to ride one-handed between on the straightaways, and she could post here. So she's posting here for a faster trot. And then before the barrel, she sits, and he should shorten his stride into a slow, collected jog and put his weight more on his hind end. Then as she gets there, she can use her inside hand and leg to get a little lateral bend while maintaining four-wheel drive or forward motion with front and back feet on the same tracks, guiding his nose with her inside hand, but using her eyes between his ears, a quarter turn ahead, shoulders, hips, and legs to keep him round, and then leave straight. Now here, she forgot which barrel she was going to, so she steps off. She should have finished and went to that barrel. So that's the only thing. When she realized it was a little late. So straight line to the next barrel. And again, this is all rights. And she, again, went from a post trot here, and she stayed one-handed. And even though they stepped off there, that was not the horse's fault. She told him to go that way because she was thinking the other barrel. And then she realized. So again, she sit jogs here, and then a 5-foot perfect sit jog 2 times around. And he's working beautifully off her eyes, shoulders, hips, and legs. And then he goes straight out. And I have her do, I think, 1 more set. You really only have to do 3 sets. That was a nice sit jog transition. And then his front and back feet are on the same tracks. He got it tossing heads a tick. And I would also recommend you do this in your competition bit and your competition short reins, just so it feels realistic. And then a nice whoa and pet your horse there. And then we'll see her doing it on the left here. And now this one, he's a little bit more forward and hot, so I let her do 2 hands on the straightaways, and even the first circle, or I told her she could try to go to 1 hand on the second circle. So she gets her first circle started. Now, eventually I'd like her to ride the whole thing one-handed, but again, he's more forward and gets a little hotter. So you'll see on the second one, she does ride one-handed. Then she goes back to 2 hands, and I'll try to slow that down. And then he kind of wants to swap his lead. he goes, oh, we're not, I'm confused. So he's a little bit overthinking. So if they can hold the lead, stay a little more relaxed. Again, now she's at the horn. So I'll slow that down and you can see. But now she's on her second circle. She went to the horn. He's more relaxed. Now he's like, okay, we're just doing a circle. So if you have a more chilled horse, one-handed loping will be easier for you than if you have a little bit more forward or excitable horse. It might be harder to do. So again, if it's okay on the lope, if you need to go two hands between, but try to hold the lead like she's doing and try to just sit on your pockets and keep the heels and shoulders aligned. And then again, if you'll notice, she'll go into, she's actually staying in the smaller circle. She's staying closer to the 5-foot circle, not even 10, which is great. And now she goes to the horn for her second circle. And sometimes that's necessary when they're figuring this out. And then after you do it a few times, they'll figure it out. So I have her stop there and pet him. So this is a really nice example. And that is the challenge, is one-handed drills for November, so that we can, one, see if we're using our balance rein too much. Also, if our horse can be light to our inside hand and leg, especially leaving a barrel in a straight line and not over finishing. And when that happens, you can actually look up, push your rein hand forward. So if you'll notice, like, she puts her hand forward there and drives with both legs, and that'll help your horse straighten out. And then if you get there and you're too close, you can use your inside leg and just a little bit of your hand. If you need to use your hand, you just bring it up and back. Try never to cross your withers, and then just try to use your leg to move your horse over. Two legs for forward, reins forward for forward, but you can use a little inside hand and leg if you need to position your horse or move them out like she just did right there. And that looked really good too. So again, one-handed drills, and ideally this is the 3-barrel drill where it's set up like a cloverleaf, but you can set it up with 4 barrels, and you can even just do, if you don't have the room, 2 barrels in a row. And then if you have a horse that's maybe roll backy, you may want to just do a single barrel with a big circle, if you don't have the room for the 3 barrels. Or you can do it if you need to finish your turns as a D pattern if you only have room um, for 1 barrel. So I know not everybody has a big arena to practice in, but one-handed drills are great for communication with you and your horse, to know that if you did stay one-handed from first to second, or if you had to move your horse at the last moment, you could. So I hope you guys enjoy this challenge, and good luck. Thank you.